On this video, we will share with you what will happen on competition day. What order will the teams go in? How are the missions scored? What's on the judges' sheets? And how do we determine a winner? So how do we determine the order that teams will compete on competition day? Well, before the matches begin, each of the teams will simply be given a number, and then we pull the numbers out of a hat. So let me tell you how the missions are scored. For Activate Communication, you will get a maximum of 10 points when the satellite is raised completely, and then 5 points if the satellite is not raised completely. For Assemble Your Crew, you will receive 10 points if the crew is placed entirely inside the gray station, which is the gray area. For Free the MSL Robot, you will receive 10 points if it is rescued and returned to Mars. You will only receive 5 points if the robot is left in the space. This means if it's left in the black area. For Launch the Satellite, you will receive 10 points if the satellite is placed on and completely covering the white launch area. You will receive 5 points if the satellite is outside of the white launch area. For Collect Rock Samples, you will receive 5 points for each rock that is collected, if rocks are totally inside of the station, but only 2.5 points if rocks are not totally inside of the station. For the mission of Secure Power Supply, your team will receive 10 points if it is raised 100% and unfolded completely. In other words, it basically unfolds like a bird. Your team will receive 5 points if the power supply is not completely raised 100%. For the mission Initiate Launch, your team will receive 10 points when that rocket completes the launch, leaves the Earth, and the outpost is activated. Your team will receive 5 points if the rocket doesn't complete the launch and it may not activate the outpost completely. For the award for mechanical design, we have 3 criteria. Number 1, durability, and this states that the robot must demonstrate evidence of structural integrity and the ability to withstand the rigors of competition. The second criteria is mechanical efficiency, which means that there must be an economic use of parts and time. It must be easy to modify and to repair. The last criteria is mechanization, and this is the ability of the robot's mechanisms to move or act with the appropriate speed, strength, and accuracy for the intended task. For the award for programming, we have 3 criteria. The first is programming quality. This means programs are appropriate for the intended purpose and would achieve consistent results, assuming no mechanical faults. The second criteria is program efficiency. This means programs are modular, streamlined, and understandable. The third criteria is automation and navigation, and this is the ability of the robot to move or act as intended using mechanical and/or sensor feedback with minimal reliance on driver intervention and/or program timing. For the award for strategy and innovation, we have 3 criteria. First is the design process, and this is the ability to develop and explain improvement cycles where alternatives are considered and narrowed, selections tested, and designs improved. The second criteria is mission strategy, and this is the ability to clearly define and describe the team's game strategy. The third criteria is innovation. This is the creation of new, unique, and unexpected features, such as design programs, strategies, or applications that are beneficial in performing the specified task. For the research project, teams can submit an essay, and it must have a cover sheet, 3 to 4 type pages, the correct font size, and references. More details about the submission process is given in the link below. For the research project, teams can also submit a poster board. It must be imaginative and also have content-rich information. The criteria for this and more information is given in the link below. The last way that teams can submit for their research project is by preparing a digital video. It must be imaginative, creative, and also content-rich. The criteria is given in the link below. The research topics that team can submit for involve 3 incredible questions. Number 1, how do we generate energy for human outpost? Number 2, how can humans survive in space? And number 3, how can robots help humans explore? Teams will select only one of those topics and either submit a poster board, a video, or a research paper.